Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited. This is the first episode in my wedding planning series, and it's actually gonna be like more of like an intro to like the series and everything, because I actually used to work for a wedding planner. So I'm gonna touch briefly on like my planning background and talk about Jerry, my fiance, and then also talk about our proposal. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm gonna be posting these videos like every Sunday at 7 p.m. and like each episode will kind of get more in-depth through the planning process, and I'll let you kind of like know like some helpful tips, and then also like what I did, what I would do differently, if there are things I would do differently. And yeah, I hope you find this helpful and I hope you enjoy. So let's get into it. So just a little bit of backstory. I actually used to work for a wedding planner for about a year and a half, and she was based in like North Florida, and it was always kind of like a little dream of mine to do wedding planning because I've always loved weddings. I definitely had like multiple Pinterest boards of wedding planning. Love Say Yes to the Dress, for weddings, like all those wedding shows. And I don't know, I guess I never thought it was something that I would be able to do, but yeah, it started off as like an internship, and then I started working kind of like part-time, full-time, mostly just for events themselves, as like a wedding planning assistant. And it was really nice because I got to interact with like the brides and kind of do like that side of the wedding planning, and then also work with like the vendors and like managing them, and then of course actually executing the wedding, like, you know, like the day of the wedding, doing setup, tear down, making sure my planner has everything that she needs. And it was just a really cool, definitely sometimes a stressful process, because of course there's always going to be like bridezillas and things like that, but I really loved my time that I spent there. It definitely taught me a lot. So by the time I was ready to actually start planning my own wedding, I kind of had a different outlook than previously when I hadn't worked for a wedding planner. So yeah, so I think that I am coming from like a slightly different background, which is kind of nice, because there's a lot that I think most brides just aren't aware of. There's a lot of like hidden fees and like things you just want to look out for. So I'm very grateful to have had that opportunity, so I can feel like a little bit more educated like going into the planning process. So that's a little bit about me and wedding planning. Okay, so I just want to talk briefly about my fiance. His name is Terry, and we've been together since September 2013. So we're coming up on 7 years, which is kind of crazy. So we met online in May of 2013, which was when I had just finished my freshman year of college. And I kind of just joined online dating just kind of for the fun of it, because I was going to be spending the summer at my mom's. I thought, you know what, why not? I'll just try online dating, and like, what's the harm? I started messaging Terry, and like I drove up and like met him, because I lived, my mom lives a few hours away from where I was going to school at the time. And we like hung out the whole weekend, and it was a lot of fun. And I don't know, we just like kept in touch, and then eventually I did like move back up like closer to like when the semester started for my sophomore year. And yeah, so we've been together coming up on 7 years in September, which is like, it feels like a very long time, but then also doesn't feel like that long at all, just because I don't know, I feel like time's definitely flying by, and we've just gone through so much together. And I definitely couldn't imagine like going through like all the ups and downs in the past few years without him. He's like the most down to earth, like, you know, nothing bothers him. He's like super chill, but super hardworking and ambitious, and just an all around like good person. I won't go on and on because I know that I could, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna talk just kind of very briefly about the proposal. I don't think I'm gonna do like a separate video on it, just because I think it's definitely like more of like a personal thing for me. But we took a trip to Paris for my 25th birthday / also Christmas, because my birthday's like right around Christmas, and this was in December of 2018. And we had planned like a day trip to go over to Normandy, which is like a 4-hour like bus ride away, because I really wanted to go visit the St. Michel Abbey, which was the abbey that inspired the castle for like Rapunzel's kingdom, like Kingdom of Corona. Like that her whole like island and the whole kingdom was inspired by this abbey. So a lot of people like think that the abbey is like, you know, like a castle in itself, but no, it's an abbey. And like we went there, everything like had a really long like we went with like a proper like tour company and everything. So that was so much fun. We got to tour it, we ate lunch there, kind of just like walked around, took a ton of pictures. And like on our way back to the tour bus to head back into Paris, we were not necessarily like running late, but kind of pushing close to time. just because like our lunch was really long. The restaurant was like super busy, and I think that they were like kind of understaffed. So we were kind of like in a hurry to try to get back, because it's kind of like a long walk from like the main entrance of the Abbey to like where the buses and everything were able to park. So we're walking along, you know, like kind of stopping, trying to find like a good spot to take pictures. And Terry's getting kind of like, I guess, a little like kind of anxious, and I'm just kind of like, we have a ton of pictures already. I'm not that worried about it. I'm just like more paranoid about missing the bus. And then he was like, oh, I really want someone to take our picture, like so that we can have like the Abbey in the background and everything. And so we're trying to like find someone to take our picture, and then like we find like this nice young like looking couple, and like we gave them like, I think we gave them my phone or his phone. We gave them like one of our phones. Like we're like posing for the pictures and everything, and then like, you know, like he gets down one knee, and I'm just like completely just like out of this world like surprised, because I didn't think it was gonna happen. He had told me multiple times that the proposal wasn't gonna happen, and I believed him. And like he's really good at keeping secrets too, so I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But yeah, so lucky for us, the girl that was like taking the pictures for us, she actually switched it over to take a video. So we actually have like a video of the whole proposal, which is so sweet, and I love looking back on that. It's just so funny because one of the things that I like tried really hard, like I knew whenever our proposal was gonna happen, I just didn't want to have that like that shocked expression, because it's like you're never like really that shocked. It's like, especially if you've been with someone that you know you're gonna marry and things like that. So I'm so happy I didn't make that face. Instead I'm just like staying there like but yeah, so it was really sweet. We did not miss the bus, and it's kind of funny because when we got back on the bus, we actually passed the couple that took the video and photos for us. So they were with our tour the whole time. We just didn't know. But yeah, it was really sweet, and definitely like a dream proposal that I don't know, that even I probably wouldn't have even planned. So that's awesome. But yeah, so that was the like kind of like mostly full recap of the proposal. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching episode 1 of my wedding series. Next week is going to be like a more targeted video, and we're going to be talking about things to do when you first get engaged, and then things like that I did myself. And yeah, so look out for a new wedding series episode every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really excited to be able to share this journey with you guys and hopefully help you along your own wedding planning journey, or just kind of give you some entertainment if you're obsessed with weddings like I am. So yeah, I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye guys!